Hello everybody and welcome back after a very long time to Mountain Goldfish. As the title suggests, we're going to look at the new fish room. That's where I've been going all this time. I've moved house, and with that I had the absolute nightmare of breaking down my old fish room and having to rebuild from scratch, hopefully for the better. So this is fish room 2.0. A little bit of an upgrade, more space than the last place. Yeah, more room for fish, more room for tanks, more room for these big containers. So let's give you a little tour and see what I've been doing over the past 6 months while I've been gone. Now, I've turned all the pumps off. Obviously I have a lot of filtration in my fish room and constant water changes and stuff due to the amount of fish I've got. But yeah, let's give you a little tour and see what fish we've got at the minute in on Mountain Goldfish. So we've got these lovely Pearlscales. Some of the larger ones, sort of this one here, those were bred by Elaine Edmonds and bought at one of the fish auctions for a good price. And then these smaller, sort of rounder ones, which I do quite like, they were pet shop bought actually for a very good price. A friend of mine, Jackie Pedley, got them for me, picked them up and held on to them while I was moving into the new fish room. I've got them in here for now, and I'm probably going to move them over to this container over there once that's done, and I'm just letting the water settle and stuff and sorting out a filter for that. We've then got my Ryukin that I've had. So this was a Star Fisheries buy, beautiful fish, very nice fish. This one and this one, I mean, that's a lovely looking fish there. I love the red eyes on him. These were bred by Graham Draper, and I bought these about a year ago at one of the auctions in a club show. Not sure what to do about the floor on these. So on these tanks, because of the lighting that I've got, which is really good lighting, it's LEDs, but it is going very green. Now I can clean the front glass with the scraper if it wants to move. Stirred up some crap there, but I think I might leave the bottom and see if I can get a bit of an algae carpet going. But yeah, they're the nice Ryukin. There's obviously some metallics and some calicos in there. Not the best calicos, but they're still nice fish. They're good shape, most of them. But these were actually bred by Ewa Ward. I've got some more fish of Ewa's over there, which we'll show you in a minute. So this is a bit of an oddball tank and a bit of a mix. So I've got the Ranchu in here. This again was another Star Fisheries a while ago. There's a couple of random fish in here that there's Goodaid and a couple of white clouds that I haven't sorted a tank out for yet, which is over there, which needs a stand and stuff, but they're in here for now. I lost a few of my butterfly telescopes, which I was quite upset about. During the house move, they seem to be, they're not the hardiest of fish, and if I was going to lose any, it was bound to be the butterfly telescopes. But yeah, so I lost a few, and the ones that I've got left, you can see the tails. The tails are looking a bit tatty and stuff on them. Yeah, but hopefully, I mean, they were a lot worse. I brought them round. Plenty of salt and things like that, and they seem to be doing better. Obviously there's a bit of a flow normally on this, but I've got all the filters off and stuff just for filming. Now these, I'm not sure if I had these last time, but these are Wakin. The glass on this tank's looking a bit grubby, but yeah, these are Wakin. Most of these were from Ian Milden, and a couple of these from Ewa Ward as well. I'm looking at getting some more Wakin. I'm trying to get some calicos. You don't see these fish very often. There's not many people breeding them in the UK. You can find them every now and again brought over. But yeah, they're a fish I want to keep more of. Then we'll head up to this tank. Now this tank is the black tank. Hi, you can see me in the reflection. It's got a black background and there's black fish in there, which you probably won't be able to see, so we'll ignore that tank. But yeah, you can see the overflow system on this tank. I don't know why, but I drilled it at the front in the last place. I think I'll go get around the back. And when I've moved here, it's ended up the front again. Probably pure laziness. I couldn't be bothered scraping all the black paint off the back and then redoing it at the back. So pure laziness, but I've got the overflow. But as you can see, this is how most of my tanks work. Water gets pumped from the bottom up to the top, goes through the overflow. You know, on some of the tanks, I've got some little homemade filters and stuff. I've still got some to build, which are under there, the homemade filters. They've got all the media and stuff in there ready. It's just getting round to doing everything. Obviously, this tank, this fish room, taken me quite a while to build. Mainly on my own. I've had help from a friend. He's helped me put all the lighting in and stuff. I still need the electric sorting, so I'm running on an extension lead at the minute. But once all the plugs are sorted and laid out up there above the water line, that'll make things a lot easier, and I can run a lot more of these sort of filters through the tanks, as well as the constant overflow in the drip system that I do. Now this tank, which is looking a bit cloudy, I've just been running a filter on this. There was a sand bottom on this. I've got rid of most of the sand. Christ, that glass there is really looking dirty. But anyway, it doesn't affect the fish. So in here, I've got some Bristol Shubunkins and one random lionhead, which hasn't coloured up, and it probably never will. But I took that on. There was somebody died in one of the fish clubs, and they needed to home all the fish. And between me and plenty of other people in the clubs, we've homed them between us. So I was never planning on keeping Bristol Shubunkins, although I know they're very, very popular fish in the UK and worldwide, I suppose. And you know, they were first bred and designed over here in Bristol in the UK. But yeah, and you can see the shape of the tail is what makes these. Obviously, you've probably seen Shubunkins before. If you're clued up in your goldfish, you'll know about Bristols anyway. But if not, you know, the normal London Shubunkin has sort of a goldfish type tail, a forked tail. These Bristols have that sort of heart-shaped or like a B-shaped tail, some people call it. But yes, like a heart-shaped tail. You then got this bottom one, which sort of acts like a sump, I suppose. That's where the water goes into, gets pumped out. Ignore that mess over there. That's what I was starting with some filter, but it wouldn't fit in the gap, so I'm not going to keep it there. There is one big Oranda in here and a random sort of fancy goldfish. Nothing too special. This Oranda, her name is Angel. Let's get her for you. This was won by you Award. I was told to be careful of this fish. She's very aggressive with other fish. So I've had to keep her with a fish that's quite quick. I've had no issues with her so far, but I understand she's got a bit of a past. Put her back in. You'll see on my hands here, I've got some methylene blue. I wasn't actually treating any tanks. That was just me moving some around. It was on the bottle. It got spilt. But yeah, so that's that. I bought these. They're bowing a little bit. I don't know if I need to put some sort of something going across there to hold it in. But they'll be fine anyway. And I've got a few of them. So here's one. Well, there's two over here, sorry. Here are these are the fish from you Award. These are more Ryukin. And unfortunately, I'm going to be losing one, which is this fella here. Now, he's alive, and he's a beautiful fish. But he's got some swim bladder issues. You'll see. Yeah, he keeps coming up on this side here. So this is a fish that, unfortunately, we're probably going to have to let go. And it's a shame because he's a beautiful fish. Look at him. But not meant to be. I've tried for a long time. You'll see he'll just keep floating up onto this one side here. All the other fish in there are healthy. These were the ones I've been quarantining for a little bit, and that's why they were kept in here. But many of them seem to be doing quite well. I've got the hang on back here, and I'll add an overflow to this system where it connects into all the others. With the overflow, you'll see up there, see that little blue pipe there? That drips water in very slowly, drip, drip, drip. And the water goes in, it overflows into that tank, comes down into this tank through that filter, and then it goes through this tank and overflows through that one, and then down again into this one, and then down the bottom there's another overflow, and that then goes outside into the drain. So it's constantly having a water change these tanks. That's why I'm able to have quite high stocking levels. Even for me, you know, with the setup I've got and the experience I've got, this is still quite high. I mean, this tank here is the highest stock tank. I need to spread these out. I need to move the Wakin over and things like that. But this is just temporary for now while I sort out filtration on this huge filter. On this huge tank over here, or this big box, whatever you want to call it. Container, that's probably a better word, Jamie. Right, and so I hope that explains to you why we've been quiet, and I hope that's acceptable for you. There will be a few more videos coming out now that I've sort of broken the news and shown you the fish room. From the fish keeping world and the goldfish world in particular, it's all quieting down now for winter. There's not a lot going on. There's no more shows or anything. I don't know if any of you probably watching now have seen my other video on here where there was a fish room tour by Bill Ramsden, who was lifelong president of the Northern Goldfish and Pond Keeper Society. Unfortunately, Bill has passed away. He lived to a good old age, 96, 97, I think. But yeah, Bill's gone now. We've still got plenty of us in the clubs and stuff, but if anyone would like to join us, then hit me up and I will try and point you in the direction of your nearest club and their secretary and help you to join, and we can all obviously share knowledge and fish together. But yeah, that's it for now. That's the new fish room. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've liked the tour. And yeah, look out for the next one where we've got a lot more work to do. We're getting there slowly. It's always slowly because I've got to do it around work. But yeah, see you at the next one, everyone. Stay safe. Bye-bye.